What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Well, the heroic mode came out on Tuesday, and that meant that on reset day, we did not do the Nightfalls. And Pooj, he happened to tell me, he was like, you know what, when I saw you in the hard raid, I was like, yes, he's not going to make me go in and do the Nightfall this week. Sorry, Pooj. You were doing the Nightfall, man. And he tried to avoid it. Devil Dog tried to avoid it. Whenever I got online to do the Nightfalls, Devil Dog mysteriously signed offline. But he signed on too quickly because then I managed to get him into. And so he, Pooj, and I again went into the Nightfall. And why is this Nightfall such a pain in the butt? Well, it's solar burn on the Shield Brothers. And anybody that's played Destiny at all in the past year knows that this is probably the worst combination of Nightfall modifiers that we've ever had. We did have solar burn on this Nightfall before. It was extremely difficult. Back then, I was rocking out the super good advice because that's pretty much one of the best options that I could come up with for dealing with the ads back in the Taken King. This year, we've got Gjallarhorn, so we're going all out Gjallarhorn. But it's still really difficult. Because also, aside from the solar burn, you've got grounded on, which means you cannot jump. And it's not like there are a ton of hiding spaces. I know there are some specific glitch areas, but the ads can still shoot you in some of those. So our first run of the Nightfalls is always the trickiest, and I was on my Warlock, and I believe Devil and Pooj were both on Titans. And it was tricky. This happened a lot. This definitely happened a lot, and I'm sure you're going to see that a lot. And then that happened, so I pretty much got res slammed by Volus Maul. So it was a tricky one, but we did end up completing it, of course. And whenever we moved on to our second run, I jumped on over to my Hunter, and I decided to put on the Celestial Nighthawk and the Deadeye perk. And whenever I did that, Volus Maul's health just melted away, absolutely melted away. And that made things significantly easier, especially whenever the two brothers came out. We were basically coordinating where I would go ahead and pop my super, I would shoot him with the golden gun, again Celestial Nighthawk and Deadeye perk, and then he's basically 1 or 2 Gjallarhorn blasts away from dying. So that's going to help you out a lot. If you've got a Hunter on your team, and that Hunter does happen to have the Celestial Nighthawk, please put it on. Put that on, pick the Deadeye perk as well, and that is going to help you out so much. Now obviously if you don't have it, you're going to have to struggle through it a little bit. And what I would recommend is, please focus on the ads. Pay attention to that little scroll, that text scroll on the bottom of your screen. Pay attention to it, because whenever it says that reinforcements are coming, stop everything that you're doing and take care of them. The best way that we were able to do it was we always tried to focus on one side. We tried to face all our rockets to one side and take care of them. So we always tried to shoot up at this side. We called this the top side. We wanted to try to take out all the ads on the top side first, and then turn and face the enemies down at the bottom, because they are a lot less deadly when you have this much space in between them. You can go ahead and fire off some of your scout rifle shots or another rocket down below and you'll be fine. It's still tricky, but you'll be fine. Again, this Nightfall is definitely a little bit more about coordination and survival. In the beginning, whenever Maul's walking around, please don't stand out in the open. Try to stand close to that pillar in the middle of the room. Try to run around it. Try your best, because if you're out in the open, he is going to slam you, and if you try to jump to get away, you're going to die even quicker because of grounded being on. So it's just a really tricky thing. Right here, what we're doing right now is I popped this bubble here because I wanted to generate the orbs and the 3 additional orbs for my teammates so they could both have up their golden gun shots for whenever both brothers come out. So I believe Devil and Pooj do both have their Celestial Nighthawk golden gun shots up, and that's going to be good. This is obviously our third and final run, and since the Celestial Nighthawk ended up working out so well when we had 1, we were like, you know what, 2 is going to be even better. So as soon as Maul comes out, whenever we're facing 2 brothers at once, Pooj and Devil are going to pop their golden guns and just take Maul out in 2 shots, and that's going to be really nice and easy. Now I mentioned that you really want to focus on ads, and I can't stress how important that is. Yes, Volus Maul is huge, yes, Volus Thurn is huge, but all of those ads with solar burn, they're all shooting solar stuff at you. So it's like having an additional 6, 7, 10, 12 different bosses out there. If you don't kill them, they will kill you in just 2, 3 shots. You have to focus on them. And don't waste your time with going ahead and picking them away with primary ammo. Use your rockets, use your Gjallarhorns, and absolutely burst damage them down. That's the only way that you're going to be able to take care of things quick enough, especially whenever both brothers come out. You have to do it. You simply have to do it. You do not have time to waste and just fire off some different shots at the enemies. You've just got to burst them down really quickly. So if you've got any rocket launcher ammo perks on your armor, go ahead and put that on, or heavy ammo perks, that's going to be nice. I did manage to have 7 rockets on my Warlock, 6 on my Hunter and Titan, so that ended up working out really well for me in the end. Don't be shy about your rockets, and you might have to end up popping heavy since at least once in this battle. We did have heavy ammo box 2 times whenever we did this final stage. One time we did not have a heavy ammo box in the arena, so I don't know what the probability is of you getting that or not. It would obviously be really nice if you did get a heavy ammo box in here, but if you don't, you might have to use your synths a little bit. So again, right here is the trickiest part. It's whenever both brothers come out, but in this particular run, we have 2 Hunters, 2 Celestial Nighthawks, 2 Deadeye perks, and there goes Maul, he's dead. But I'm going to go ahead and fire 1 rocket down below and 1 rocket up here, just to help clear out as many adds as I can, and you can see that we pretty much wipe them all out. That's the key, because once they're all done, it is smooth sailing. You basically have 1 more set of adds that come out the middle, and then it's Val's Thurn, and he is an absolute cakewalk whenever he's all by himself. As far as the other modifiers, because we really didn't touch on them, because Solar Burn and Grounded are pretty much the most prevalent, but we've also got Catapult on, so feel free to not be too shy in throwing out your grenades as well. For the Warlock, I did start off with the Solar Grenades. I do like that area of effect now that it can do, but because we were just struggling in initially getting familiar with what we needed to do, I ended up swapping over to the Fusion Grenades for the extra just oomph and punch, and I would end up throwing some of those at Valus Maul just for some extra damage, because at first I did not have 7 rockets. Also, Juggler's on, and Juggler just sucks, but I didn't really feel like I noticed it all that much. Overall though, it's a tricky Nightfall, but you can get it done. And moving on to our rewards, starting off with my Warlock, who is the highest level character that I've got. We're getting Devil with a 396 class item. I got a 399 shotgun. Yes! And Pooj got 17 strange coins. Now, I did end up infusing that into my sniper rifle that I take into the raid, so that shotgun is no more. Moving on to the Hunter, we end up seeing for our rewards that we ended up getting a Ghost Shell and a special weapon, 391 Ghost Shell and a 396 fusion rifle. I used that as infusion fuel for something, but I'm not exactly sure what it was right now. And finally, moving on over to our Titan. For our last rewards of the week, we've got a lot of stuff. Okay, so Devil Dog starts off with an emote and a primary weapon, a pulse rifle. I got a really nice roll on this chest piece. And Pooj ended up getting a 380 Celestial Nighthawk, so pretty nice rewards overall. So take it away, Devil. Send us home in some style. There we go. That was the Shield Brothers on Solar Burn. I know everybody was just up in arms about that one. And I really did think whenever the patch ended up coming, I really thought that that was going to reset and we weren't going to have it. Oops, I was wrong. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Nightfall, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Some brothers like to see the world burn.